guys, this is your Kiba right here in Kiba's place, and today we're going to be making one of my grandmother all-time favorite dish. Yes, she's gone, long gone, but every time I eat cuckoo and stew fish and callaloo, I think about her. So we made callaloo back a few weeks ago, and today we're going to just make some stew fish and some cuckoo, and I'm going to bring out my callaloo and it's going to be on up in here. So we're going to work on cuckoo first, and I have a few things that you're going to need if you're working on cuckoo. You're going to need 2 cups of cornmeal flour. Yes. You're going to need some okra. Yes, it's okra or okra. Well, it's okra because it's spelled with an E, not with an O where I am. So I have half a cup of okra. I got some onions, half a cup of onions. About 2 tablespoons of some nice cut red peppers, and about the same 2 ounces of carrots diced. Both things are diced, you guys. You're gonna need coconut milk because this doesn't happen with some coconut milk. A little bit of oil. It all comes together with some seasoning, salt, pepper, and it's done. So let's get that working. So I got my stove on medium heat. It's heating up. I want to build flavors today, so I'm using coconut oil, extra virgin coconut oil from Trader Joe's. If you don't have that, you can go ahead and use regular vegetable oil. Got some chips in there. And you want to sweat your onions. And carrots. Normally I put the carrots in first. And this sweating helps to give you more flavor. And here myself. I put about a cup of water in there, just because I know I'm gonna need a lot more water. And a tin of coconut milk. You use whatever kind of coconut milk you have. I don't really worry about bland. Today I'm using Goya. And so I like to put my okra in here now. But when you put okra in, if you stir, it gets slimy. If you like it slimy, that's on you. I don't particularly like my stuff slimy. I'm going to add another cup of water to that. And then I'm gonna add salt and black pepper. So I'm adding about a tablespoon of salt. I'm missing one of my favorite ingredients today. I'm heart attack because I normally have pimentos in there for color. Today I have to use peppers and carrots, but we're gonna cover this down and let it come to a boil. So you want at least 2 parts water to, sorry, 1.5 parts water to the cornmeal. And so in here I have 3 cups, 2 cups of water and a tin of coconut milk. That tin of coconut milk is like 1.5. So we only have like 3.5, roughly 4. But then when it keeps cooking, you add more water. Make sure you have boiling water to add to your cuckoo when it comes to a boil. So we're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna add this and mix it all together and let it cook down. Okay, so we are boiling, and we have salt in there, and I want to add a little black pepper now, freshly ground, so that you get all those lovely flavors. Turn your fire down to medium to low. Add your color elements, so you want some nice peppers in there, and then add all of this gradually in there. Keep stirring and lower your fire right down, as low as it could possibly take. Cover it down. Remember, you have to pay attention to your food. You don't want that to stick, you just want that to steam. And so I'm going to let that steam for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to come back to it. Okay, so what we have is a plate of flour, and I like to season my flour. My grandmother did not do that. I am all about seasoning up the stuff. Granny just floured the fish and let everything do its thing. So I have some branzino that I seasoned with my famous green seasoning. You can check that out. Salt and pepper. It's been sliced real good. So I'm gonna mix up that flour with that fish inside and outside. If you want crispier fish, which we're not eating fried fish, but we're having stew fish. This is just to get a firmness on the fish. You can use some cornstarch. I use cornstarch when I'm doing eggplant, when I'm frying eggplant. It gives you a nice crunchy outside. And just to make sure your oil is nice and hot, you can drop a couple drops of flour in there. Yeah. And there we go. See that, guys? So I don't have much fish. So it was just me and one or two friends. So I don't want anybody to miss this, but I don't want to get burned. Yeah. Just stirring up the cuckoo in the back. Then 10 minutes in, put a little more water. 1 minute on one side, and then you take it out. And I got the fish head. Most people don't like the fish head, but the fish head is my grandmother's favorite part. So, for grandma. Alright, so this is done. Pretty, isn't it? So you want to keep stirring this bad boy, as grandma kept stirring him. And what's going to happen is you're going to form a congealed pot on the bottom. And that's how you know it's starting to cook. It's kind of going to burn on the bottom, even though the fire is low. Just keep adding hot water to it to allow it to cook. So yes, we're all done. Let's turn off the stove before I get burned. We're all fried, and it's all about making the stew. So let me switch out the spot. We're using the same oil and the same flour to make this stew fish. Okay guys, so this has been steaming in the back for quite a while, and if I remember well, this is when it's done. That's a nice texture. And right about now, Granny will start scooping out your food. It's all done. It's been on for about 20-25 minutes. Probably longer. I was frying that fish for a bit. Yes. And you're gonna get that in the bottom of your pot. This is cuckoo in this thing here. And when it's set, guys, I slice them up. Now I slice them up. Before that, it'd be a nice little big scoop of cuckoo. But yeah, that's how my grandmother made cuckoo, guys. So we'll use the same oil that fried the fish. Allow it to settle. Don't use the brown part because it's all about flavors, right? It's all about flavors. If you didn't know, now you do. It's all about flavors. So should put a little of that flour that was in there in here. Yep. And she'll make a roux. She didn't know what she was doing at that time, but now I know. And so I see Granny do this all the time, and she would allow this flour to brown in the oil. Same flour. Yes. And then we'll add these vegetables here. We'll add some water. Ooh. It's about to get steamy in here. So yeah. It smells so nice in here, guys. And she'll get something called roux, but we don't have roux. We have ketchup. But yes, make sure you add, because you don't want that too thick. You're pretty much building a sauce. You want peppers. You want tomatoes. And yes, you are building a sauce. Fresh pepper and salt, just a little. And I like to add some red wine vinegar to that. My grandmother did not cook with wine, so don't ever say that she put red wine vinegar in that. That was on me. Just a couple tablespoons. Yes, my grandmother used browning in there. You call this a nice brown stew. Need a little salt. We're gonna put about a teaspoon of salt. Steam up for about 3-4 minutes, and then you come back. So let's come back and check it out. Ooh, steam. Looks really, really nice. That right there is Christmas. If you don't wanna add, wanna be salty, you add a little sugar, put a little lemon juice. Lemon juice cuts the freshness of the fish that is ready to go. So the sauce is nice. It's congeal, everything came together. It's a nice brown stew. And now I can add my fish. Yes. Yum yum. So remember, the fish is all cooked, so you can give that a couple seconds to come together. And voila. So I'm gonna give that a minute, and then I'm gonna take it out. So yes, woo. And that is it. Stew fish to go. Hit it with a little green pepper, and boom. Guys, I can't wait to eat this. Guys, you follow this recipe to a T, you will be eating cuckoo just like me. Alright. Let's see in this. Guys, every time I eat this, it brings tears to my eyes. I'm getting choked up. Guys, you love what I'm doing. I don't want you to interrupt me from eating my food. So if you love what I'm doing, go ahead, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a next friend. Share. We all about sharing. This wheel has too much heat in it, so let's share the love. See you next time, right here at Kiba's place.
One from my savior, who bled to show his love. So, mama, don't you weep, raise your head, move your feet. I honor your confession and the hope of your belief.